It was a night of exploration. Sarah, my girlfriend, and I were drifting through the city streets of Daegu, open to whatever adventures might find us, flitting from barbecues to bars to restaurants to rooftops to Noribongs, and it was coming out of that last Noribong at about 3 in the morning when he approached us. He was a young Korean man with a charismatic enthusiasm, and he kind of shoved himself into our lives, wanting to know where we came from, what was our age, were we married, did we have plans for next weekend? And at this question he stopped.
Nothing? You must come to the World Peace Festival in Seoul. It will be hosted by Mannam.
So when the lights be another lights, and there will be a victory, which means the world peace.
We'll give you a free meal, a free t-shirt, and a free bus ride there and back.
Well, we were sold. We would leave next Sunday at 5:30 in the morning. Okay, so maybe it wasn't perfect, but we could check it out. So next Sunday comes and we groggily stumble to the bus, climb on board, and I don't know, they showed some sort of intro video, but every nugget of information they tried to place my brain promptly dripped out through my ears as I shifted and shuffled about trying to get any extra sleep. I mean, we knew it would be big. We're told that it would have some sort of international participation, and we would learn a lot more about Mannam, and well, that was about it. We were not prepared for what we came to. I mean, masses are thronging about the parking lot, more arriving. We were given shirts, herded along with the crowd, and found ourselves jammed into this stadium-sized sardine can stuffed with Koreans. Now, in the midst of all this mishmash, people approached, asking our age, where are we from, how much do we hear about this in America? It's getting very big there, isn't it? How excited are we to be a part of this second coming? Wait, second coming? I thought this was a peace festival. What's going on here? Fortunately, some of the other foreigners had done a bit more research into what was really going on here. See, Mannam is a Korean volunteer organization and puts together a variety of outreach programs and is supposedly secular, but a month earlier, it was revealed that Mannam is led by Reverend Lee Man-han, the man who founded the Shincheonji Church of Jesus Christ. And that's where things get interesting. So the story is that Reverend Lee Man-han was inspired for this church when an angel came to him and he actually met Jesus Christ, who was reborn as a Korean. Now I'm not sure about this, but it may have been that this Jesus was Reverend Moon Sun-myung, a Korean man who claimed to be the second coming of Christ right up until he died, but I found no source that directly states this connection between Shincheonji and Reverend Moon. It's just, well, he's the only Korean I've heard of who claimed to be Jesus. But the church, Shincheonji, now with more than 140,000 members, but mostly all in Korea, is based on the idea that when Reverend Lee Man-han met this angel, he was blessed with a proper interpretation of the Book of Revelations, and now he can safely guide the world to find unification as opposed to some sort of apocalypse. I mean, the time is coming near. Look at Mayan prophecies, Nostradamus, zombie apocalypses, and Reverend Lee Man-han can help us. In fact, he is the prophet foretold in chapter 22, verse 16 of Revelations, when it says, I, Jesus, have sent mine angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. And now he is here to share that knowledge with the world. Well, now that we were better informed, we found a spot in the stadium to observe from, and we saw this spectacle, a show I couldn't verbally understand as it was narrated in Korean, but from what I could tell, it shared the story of the church using a reported 10,000 volunteers in this elaborately coordinated dance performed using colored poster board to create these moving pixelated pictures of the prophecy foretold and fulfilled, and the show lasted for something around an hour, and when it ended, I was flabbergasted. we needed a change, just something different. So we wandered outside the stadium and were pushed into this courtyard filled with food. Like dozens of food stands, each with a different country as its theme, outlined a courtyard plump with people all waiting, pushing, struggling, trying to reach the front of the line to order, Vietnamese food, Mongolian, American, Polish, Filipino. It was like Anthony Bourdain's wet dream. And I'll say it, everything I had was pretty good. So after this scramble for food, we returned to the stadium, and now there are sporting events. A wrestling match is sparred while a marathon begins, and a basketball game is over on the left, but don't forget the soccer game on the main field, or the tug of war in front of that, and the Russian dancing girls, or the military band playing K-pop music. The grounds of the stadium are just this orgy of activity, all the events trying to drown out the others with a louder sound system. So you go outside where masses continue to ooze about and vendors are hawking crafts from all around the globe. It was world unification capitalism. It came time for a bus to leave well before the celebration was over, but that's okay. For us, the exhibition that could take the place of Ritalin was over. The day was not what I expected, though having done no research, I was kind of absent of expectations. We did have a good time, the food was great, and the spectacle was something. Granted, I don't buy the claims of Reverend Lee Man-han, but he's not claiming to be Jesus, he's just saying he knows a guy who knows a guy, right? So in the end, Sarah and I, we had fun, we were glad we went, and as soon as we got home we took ourselves off the Man Am mailing list.